Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 8 Retirement Planning Tips for a Secure Future. So make sure to watch the full video. 8. Understanding the Return Risk Sequence. The return risk sequence is a catchphrase that financial advisors have used for years since 1994, thanks to an article by William Benjamin. This seems like a vague financial theory, but in 2023, a different class of risk needs to be understood. The difficult economy we face today has a direct impact on the wealth of people who plan to retire. Here's the simple version. There will be at least one bear market at some point in your 25 years of retirement. Your finances will be worse if the economy collapses at the beginning of your retirement, rather than in the middle or end. Think of it like a mirror that says you're better off if you start saving for early retirement. When you start investing early, your cash has a better chance of enjoying returns. And when you start withdrawing money from your retirement account in a bear market, it can lower your principal and lower interest based on increased income. Charles Schwab explained the risk-reward well in this way. Consider two retirees with $1 million in retirement savings. Each draws $50,000 a year for expenses. Investor has suffered a 15% job loss in his first year of retirement and had cash in his 18th year of retirement. Investor B was hit by a 15% job loss in his 10th year of retirement, but he still has $400,000 in his 18th year of retirement. It is not easy to place orders to reduce the risk of returns. The name of the game is to reduce principal withdrawals during market downturns in early retirement. 7. Get rid of the fear of inflation. Nothing scares retirees like inflation, and why? The best retirement plan can be ruined by a sudden investment of the money you saved in your golden years. Americans are now aware of the USA's 40-year peak. Inflation. A quarter of Americans say high inflation will delay their retirement, according to the latest version of the BMO Real Financial Progress Index. However, not all inflation is created equal. For example, the Consumer Price Index, CPI, tries to catch up with all U.S. activity. American consumers, that's not you. For many people, the prices of gasoline, eggs, and bread have a huge impact on their monthly budget. For everyone else, say you're retired, you don't travel a lot, you don't support a family of 5, the thought of price increases will have little effect. Older Americans need to worry more about local property taxes or increased healthcare costs. It is very important not to let the emotions of the financial situation dictate the actual financial choices. Many financial advisors and clients use 2% or 3% annual inflation to test how your investment will change over 25 years of retirement. Average CPI inflation is unlikely to be around 7% or 8% by 2050, but may not be as low as 2%. 6. Delayed start of Social Security. Both of the above issues should be carefully considered in your Social Security program. Safety insurance has guaranteed inflation-adjusted income, which makes it very profitable, Weston said. The cost of living arrangement, QLA, has increased by 8.7% for 2023, showing how the plan can help you cope with rising costs. According to Weston, an important Social Security rule is pretty simple. Delay benefits for as long as possible, especially when inflation is high. Today's retirees have the chance to live off the grid, or the big checks you get when you defer benefits turn into smaller checks you left in the early 60s. Here's the second part of the plan. Before you start your Social Security benefits, use other retirement saving sources like your 401 or individual retirement account IRA. 5. Rethink where you want to live. Housing prices vary a lot. In many once hot markets, prices fell as mortgage rates rose. Still, housing costs in many regions are too expensive for retirees. These changes will have an impact on the current economic downturn, so take another look at where you plan to retire and perhaps rethink where you want to spend your years. 4. What is your health insurance? 4,444 Americans are eligible to enroll in Medicare at age 65 and may face penalties for not enrolling on time. Make a plan and sign up a month before your 65th birthday to give yourself time to play football. Enrolling in Medicare is just the beginning of your healthcare strategy. Fidelity estimates that the typical American couple will spend $315,000 in retirement on other medical expenses such as pensions, premiums, and other unpaid medical expenses, an increase of $300,000 last year. If you are forced to retire before age 65, you will still need to take out your health insurance before Medicare begins. Can TOBRA provide a bridge? What about the Affordable Care Act? ACA? Does your company have any health insurance for the elderly? Make a plan now before these choices overwhelm you. 3. Early retirement plan. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, EBRI, has consistently found that most retirees in the United States retire earlier than planned. Sometimes that's not a bad thing. A third party says they can afford to retire early. However, a third of respondents to EBRI's latest survey said they had to leave their jobs due to health problems, and a quarter said they had to take an early leave from their company. A small percentage of people retire because they have to take care of family members, such as a spouse or children. Meanwhile, about 30% of citizens say they want to work until they are 70 years old. Only 7% of people reach 70. It is important to remember that people are not always sure when they will retire. Even if you don't plan to retire soon, you should start planning for retirement now. 2. Consider working part-time. Most Americans think they will continue to work after eating cookies on the holidays. The EBRI survey revealed that 7 out of 10 employees plan to continue in some form of employment after retirement. But only 27% of retirees said they have paid a pension. It's a good idea to maintain your income stream if possible. Every dollar earned is another dollar of capital you keep in your nest egg. And this is important when the market is in good shape. The best time to decide what kind of part-time vacation job you want is while you're still working. While you still have easy access to your contacts, you can still email from your office email while you're at work, meeting, and seminars. The network is now focused on consulting. Let them know that you have 5 to 10 hours a week or some time to work. 1. Largest IRA contributions. The IRS has announced an increase in IRA contributions for the first time since 2019. Retirement investors should carefully consider how they will adjust their account contributions in 2023. For $6,500, note that the contribution margin for investors aged 50 and over is unchanged at $1,000. You can contribute directly to a Roth IRA only if your modified adjusted gross income, MAGI, is below the IRS limit. If you are married and applying jointly, your and your spouse's combined MAGI must be less than $218,000 to receive full benefits, or less than $228,000 to receive partial benefits. The applicant limits are $138,000 and $153,000, respectively. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.